Hello everyone and welcome to another review with me, Ferris. Now, for people who have seen my reviews before, I'm hoping you'll get a general idea of what we'll be looking at today by the background. This is going to be a different video though. Usually I review toys, but today we're going to be taking a look at a collector's item. And what we're going to be looking at is by a company called Nanmu in China. They make, well, let's get it out of the box and you can see. So, the box is like this without any covering, because when I order stuff from China, I always ask for it to come without the box because they invariably get damaged. But this time they just basically sent the inner box. So let's get in here and let's take a look. And things should be becoming much clearer. And there we have it. We are looking at Nanmu's Carnotaurus, based on the Carnotaurus from Jurassic World. So let's bring the camera in a little bit closer. Let me get everything in shot. There we go. And of course she decided to fall over. I've got some stuff pushing down on the back, that's why. Right, here we go. So there we are. Now, I have actually had this in my possession for a little while. I bought it at the beginning of this year, and I asked Simon if he would be interested in putting these up on a channel, because we do the Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World figures, and he said yes. So I thought we'd start taking a look at these. Currently I only have this one, but I have just ordered 4 more, so they should be making their way from China any day now. So let's have a look at this. As I say, this is by a company called Nanmu, and they are based in China. All of the designs are their own. They're not knockoffs. These are made by them. And they are all dinosaurs as they looked in the Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World movies. And this one is obviously the Carnotaurus. Now, I didn't really know much about Carnotaurus until about 2 years ago. I'd sort of dropped out of dinosaurs for quite a while, but I saw this in the first Jurassic World movie and just fell in love with it. It's an amazing dinosaur. For those who don't know, the meaning of Carnotaurus is meat-eating bull, because this dinosaur has these 2 horns on the top of its head. Before I get to the dinosaur in more detail, let's take a look at what it comes with. Now, they do come with a postcard with some really nice artwork on it, and I'll be darned if I can find it. Like I say, I've had this since the beginning of this year, so I don't know where it's gone. It's vanished. So apologies for that, but I will make sure that when I review more of these figures as they come in, I'll keep the box and the accessories, cards and everything handy. But it does also come with a minifigure, and this is Ellie Statler from the first Jurassic Park film, cast in this plastic. It's not glow in the dark, at least it doesn't glow in the dark for me. It looks like it should, but it doesn't. But it's just a little figure. Nice moulded details on it. It's quite good. It's honestly, this is the first time it's come out of its bag since I bought this figure. It's all right. It's a nice little figure, and I probably will paint it at some point and put it next to these. And you can see it's meant to scale. If I can get it to stand up. I think the T-Rex one comes with Dr. Alan Grant, but I'm not sure. I've just ordered that. I've ordered the T-Rex. the Spinosaurus, the Sinoceratops, and the Apatosaurus. So I'm waiting for them to be shipped. I just ordered them this morning, so hopefully they'll be shipped soon. And when I get them in, I'll be doing videos of them. So let's just pop this out of the way, and let's take a closer look at the figure itself. Now, like I said, this is not a toy. This is a collector's item. These are made specifically for collectors of the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World franchise. And they do reflect that kind of high-end collector. They are not cheap. I get them from AliExpress, and I tend to get them when they've got a sale on, or when they've got one of their $6 off a $65 spend. And I find that's the best way to get hold of these, for me anyway, in the UK. It might be different where you are. But anyway, let's get in, take a closer look at this gorgeous sculpt. It is absolutely beautiful. I bought this one because it was one of the cheaper ones, and I've already said I really like the Carnotaurus. And I bought it as a trial to see whether or not I would like these figures, and I really do. But I've been focusing more on other things, so I haven't bought any more, but I'm trying to catch up with them. Like I say, I just bought 4 this morning, and I may well go back and buy the Allosaurus because that looks amazing as well. But anyway, let's have a look here. As you can see, they have really gone to town on this sculpt work. They've got beautiful skin folds all down the neck area here, and you see the Carnotaurus teeny tiny little arms, about the same sort of size as a T-Rex, if not slightly smaller actually. At this point they're just basically vestigial. They don't really serve any purpose at this size. And you can see here all the sculpt work is just fantastic. And you go down on the belly here, and we've got these lovely skin folds all the way down, all the way underneath. They've really put the effort in with these. And again, these aren't knockoffs, these are their own designs. So they really make sure that they are well done figures. I have looked at others. I've looked at Collect A and Papo, and although they are cheaper, I don't feel like they're as good quality as these. So I'm sticking with these for my high-end collectible dinosaurs. As you see all the way down the tail, it's a very similar story. Really, really beautiful sculpt work. All these tiny little scales on the top, these little nodules, little bone protrusions. They're just, it's just a gorgeous figure. It really is. Now, there is no articulation on this figure except for the lower jaw, which will open. It's a bit stiff, and that's about as far as it goes. And let's see if we can get in there. Trying to get my camera to focus. There we go. You can see you've got some really nice work in there. Get that tongue, all the different colours. You know, it's not just one colour of pink there. There's some pink in there, and there's some blue to make it look like it's, you know, veins in the tongue. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And you can see they've even sculpted in a palette at the top. It's a real attention to detail with these figures. I really love them. So, these did come in 2 different colours. I picked this one because I thought I just thought it popped better. I thought it looked really nice. And you can see the shading, well, the paintwork and the shading on these is just sublime. And I know you could say, well, X, but you're getting up really close there, and I can see some faults here and there. Well, yes, of course, nothing is ever perfect. There will be some paint blemishes, even if they are very minor. And there will be the odd spot here and there that you might think, well, probably not as high end as you think, but no, they are. If you've got this sitting on your shelf, you're really not going to notice, for example, the mould line here, where they've attached the tail section to the body. They've done it in such a way where it's exactly where a skin flap is, so it doesn't really notice. You know, you have to get in that close to really see it. It's things like that where they've not done it willy-nilly. They've thought it out. It's just, to me, it's absolutely the best dinosaur I have in my collection currently. That might change in a few weeks' time when I get the others in and I get the new ones in, but currently it's the best one I have in my collection. And as you can see here, they've painted the toes in this gorgeous, like, bone colour. It's almost like a cat's claws. It's that sort of colour. And again, there's the sculpt work down the feet here. And bearing in mind, this is not a huge dinosaur. Let me bring in... Well, there's Goose, so you get an idea of how big she is next to Goose. But let me bring in a Target Master, because I've just done reviews for the Target Master. So that's a Transformers Siege Target Master. So you get a general idea of how big this figure is. It is one of the smaller ones, because Carnotaurus isn't a massive dinosaur. The T-Rex will be a lot larger. But yes, I just wanted to give you a look at some of the more interesting, the more high-end things in my collections, and I thought I'd start with this. I do have some high-end Transformers that I'm going to be reviewing soon as well. So if you're a Transformers fan, you might not be watching this video, but if you are, do stick around, because I will be reviewing some third-party figures in the very near future. But let's just get in with this again. And again, you can see there that the teeny weeny little eye is perfectly painted. It takes some skill to paint a figure this well, and it just looks gorgeous. I may at some point get the second colour version of this. It's the exact same sculpt and the exact same pose, but yeah, I like it. I like it that much. And look, you can see, we get in here, look, you've got some larger scales here. So not all of the skin, not all of the scales are the same size. You know, there's larger pieces and smaller ones. It's just a really well done figure. And yeah, there's a couple of splodges of paint here and there that don't look perfect, but nah. You'd have to be paying way more than I paid for this for absolute perfection, but it's good enough. You know, for the money, it's good enough. So there you go. That is a quick look at the Nanmu Jurassic World Carnotaurus. As I said, I will be getting some more of these, so do stick around if you're interested in your dinosaurs. I will be covering those when they come in. I'll just pop that Ellie Statler figure back there. But until then, that's all I have for you for today. Thank you for joining me for this one. If you did like this, do let me know down in the comments below if you'd like to see more high-end dinosaurs, and as I get them, I'll do them. But until then, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
fingers on plastic.